I was sharing with my daughter earlier tonight that this is really the first season of life that I've leaned into prayer. And while I've had a spiritual curiosity for probably about 8 years now and a practice for the last five, it's really been the last year and a half that, I started to explore prayer as a part of that practice. And when I started um, practicing the workbook of A Course in Miracles at the start of January, I'm presently 339 lessons in right now. That was when I actively started engaging in a daily practice of prayer. And something that I just uncovered, as I was lying in prayer, was how I used to look at prayer, which was through this lens of utility. Like, you know, I'm going to pray to God for what I want and what I feel I need. So really, looking at myself as an individual, separate. Even if I'm praying for someone else and their specific needs, um, it's really distinct from how I'm experiencing prayer and some of the lessons in the course and some of what I've learned about in yoga around oneness, or the principle of tikkun olam that I learned about in Judaism. And it really is more of this prayer for unity. Like that is what I get in each day's message progressively within A Course in Miracles. Is the purpose of prayer is for me to surrender myself up to a unified whole. So to be an extension of God and an extension of all consciousness here on earth. So it's not about meeting my individual needs. The principle is that all of our needs are met as an extension of being the unified whole, or being in oneness. But we're taught the opposite. Like, at least that's how I was raised. I was taught to think from, God, how can I get what I want? And that's the common, I guess, angle that manifestation is taken. Like, a figure out what you desire and then call that in, versus what I'm seeing differently now is, if I pray from a lens of unity. So, God, what would you have me do? Where would you have me go? What would you have me say? And to whom? Those are prayers for, me to be a part of the bigger whole, not for me to have any unique individual need met that is outside of the bigger plan. And it's just something that's really hitting me differently. As I go 339 layers deep into this practice, is I really get that I'm not here to be, a self-made individual. I'm here to be part of this collective consciousness that has this opportunity to come down and express itself here on earth, and find a way to reunite. So my prayer is for unity. That is the lens that I step into this prayer practice with. It's not how I always saw it, but that's part of the curve that I'm on here. This quest to uncover, what this purpose is for me, and a little bit of it, that I've uncovered today, is just looking at it through a lens of unity versus utility.